From high above the ice, inside the Danbury Ice Arena, this is Danbury Hattricks Hockey, and it starts right now on the Hattricks Digital Network. Hello again, Hattricks fans. We welcome you in. Doug Latuca with you for the ride tonight. Saturday night hockey, Danbury trying to win its second consecutive game, which would tie its season long in terms of a winning streak after taking game one of 2025 against the Venom yesterday. 6-5 the final score in a wacky contest. Back and forth we went, a game where the Venom actually led the game 3-1, 10.5 minutes into the opening period, but the Hattricks, scoring 4 unanswered goals, took a 5-3 lead. But the Venom did not go away quietly. Dustin Gesso scored 2 of his 3 goals in the back half of the game. 1 on the power play in the second, 1 early on in the third period, tied the game up at 5. But it was Alexander Gamzatov and the rest of the Ruski line that put the puck in the back of the net for the game winner, 13:50 into the third period. It was a power play goal, 1 of 4 for the Hattricks last night. Johnny Ruiz had 2. Josh LaBelle had the other power play goal for the Hattricks. Other big nights, Josh LaBelle with a 4-point outing. LaBelle with that power play goal, as we mentioned, and 3 assists. And the 35-year-old Russian Alexander Vasiliev with a 4-point contest, 2 goals and 2 assists in the game. The Venom actually outshot the Hattricks 43-40, but Connor McCullum did just enough to keep the Hattricks in it, and there's one save in particular that they'll look back on as an enormous stop to, at the time, preserve a 1-goal lead for the Hattricks. Venom would eventually come out and tie it at 5 with that Gesso goal, but McCullum kicked out the left pad and played well enough last night, making 38 saves on 43 shots in the 1-goal win. Hattricks actually snapped a 3-game losing streak in 1-goal games yesterday. They had previously been 2-4-5-1 in 1-goal contests this season, the losers of 3 in a row. They are now 3-4-5-1 in those such instances. Also, the Hattricks won another game on home ice on a Friday night. It had been such a struggle for them throughout the season. They had just 1 Friday night home win. They have won back-to-back home contests on a Friday night. That's the first time that's happened all season, after pounding Watertown last Friday 9-6, and then of course last night the 1-goal win. Power play was impressive for the Hattricks yesterday. Mentioned 4 goals for Danbury on 10 opportunities. They've got power play goals now in 8 of their last 10 games. And check this, the Hattricks are 10 for 16 through the first 4 games against the Venom on the power play. That is 38.5%. Danbury on the season is 22.9%, which is 6th best in the league. So if you do the mathematics, that's a big jump. That's a 16% jump when playing the Venom as opposed to the average for the rest of the league. Both teams being announced to the ice, and the starters will be coming out shortly. The Venom back in their white jerseys, black pants, and white socks. Hattricks in the same unis as yesterday, the all black. Starting lineup for the Hattricks, here it is.
On left wing, number 12, Connor Woolley. At center, the captain, number 19, Johnny Reed. On right wing, number 3, Jacob Ratcliffe. On defense, number 4, Jared Yao. On defense, assistant captain, Kyle Gonzalez. And in goal, Connor McCullum.
That the public address announcer for the Hattricks, Andreas Klauba. It is time for the anthem here in Danbury. Let's turn it back over to Dr. Dre.
Assistant coach, John Krapinski. Equipment manager, Bob D'Alessio. Assistant Jack Cook and athletic trainer, Adrian Denbeck. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time we ask that you stand if you're able. Please remove your caps and direct your attention to the flag as we honor those who protect our freedom.
It is just about time for hockey on a Saturday night from inside the Danbury Ice Arena in downtown Danbury. The Hattricks and the Venom, the second game of the weekend between the two teams. The Hattricks victorious last night 6-5 in a back and forth battle. This, the 5th of 11 between the two teams. The Hattricks have won 3 of the first 4. The Venom in the white jerseys, black bottoms, and white socks start with Dennis Zajac, Dustin Jesso, and Clendenin Stewart, with Connor Craig and Austin Pickford on defense. First action of the year for Makar Sokolov, acquired from the Prowlers. The puck is dropped, and we are off and running here in Danbury. Hattricks starting with the second line, Johnny Ruiz, Connor Woolley, and Jacob Ratcliffe, with the pair of Jared Yao and Kyle Gonzalez. Connor McCullum is back in the net for the Hattricks, 38 for 43 yesterday, picked up the win. Yao with a wrist shot. Sokolov fought it off. It grazed off of his glove and plopped down. First action for Sokolov as a member of the Venom, was with the Prowlers earlier this season, was 0-3-1 with a .442 goals against and an .862 save percentage, so the number's not pretty for Sokolov. And he gives John Moriarty a bit of a rest, who had gone 7 straight games starting in the net for the Venom. A point shot is gloved by Sokolov. Hattricks leapfrogging the Prowlers with their win yesterday, and a Prowlers loss to the Black Bears. The Hattricks at 9-8-5-1, 31 points. The Venom are 6-11-1-0, 19 points, 6th in the Empire Division. This game, 24 of 56 for the Hattricks, as they try to make it back-to-back wins for just the 3rd time all season. Gamzatava, the game winner yesterday. Power move to the front, left the puck behind. And spinning with it. And skating free is Tim Hanlon. Puck is chipped into the Hattricks bench. And a face-off upcoming. Hattricks nudging out a win yesterday against the Venom, 6-5. The hockey club led 3-1 midway through the opening period. Danbury 4 straight goals. It was eventually tied up at 5, but Gamzatov, the game winner. Late in the third period on the power play, one of 4 power play goals for the Hattricks in the contest. At the left point, Mark Pozar rims it around for Belov, centering. Knocked away, and Gamzatov off to the races. Van Durken tried to slip it for Gamzatov. It was picked off by Pozar. Got into a fight last night with Yao, gives it away. In front, and a kick save, Sokolov. Vasiliev with the head up, found Van Durken. And a touch towards the goal, and Sokolov, so far so good, has stopped the first 2 shots. Olivier Bedoyan ripping one after the whistle. Some jawing back and forth as McCullum welcomes himself to the game. The Venom have had a lot of activity on the transaction wire as of late. They made a couple of trades last week involving Matteo de Blasio and Davide Gaeta, 2 of their top offensive players going to the Watertown Wolves. And today acquired Frank Steinway to finalize that trade for Rasmus Asp, the big defenseman who was a former Elmira River Shark. Vasiliev had 4 points last night to the back panel. Lay-in wrist shot was stopped by Sokolov. A premature whistle as the puck sprung off his chest protector. So an offensive zone face-off. And one more point on Steinway. With him added to the roster, he is not available tonight, but he and his +4 rating top the Venom. Vasiliev, Robinson, and Harwell on the ice. They were all over the score sheet yesterday. Vasiliev, 2 goals and 2 assists. Robinson had a helper. And Harwell with 2 assists as well. He loves playing against the Venom. And he's got 4 points, 3 power play goals. Puck is dumped in deep, chasing after it, Austin Pickford. He'll sauce it up ahead. Zaitchik with speed on left wing. Slap shot well wide. Rims all the way around and out of the zone. John Stevenson retrieves for the Venom. Zigzags out of trouble, then ran into Ruiz. Takes the puck. Ruiz circling the net. Yao one-timer fanned. It finds Ratcliffe, turnaround bid blocked. Right back to Ratcliffe into the near side corner, Ruiz. Right point, Gonzalez, D to D. Yao, wrister wide. Ruiz on the back door. Went through his skate, and the Venom clear out to center ice. Yao intercepts, then lost the handle, but pitchforks it ahead. With 4 minutes gone by, opening period shots 3-1 Hattricks in a scoreless game. Danbury with their 1-goal win yesterday snapped a 3-game losing streak in 1-goal contests, trying to improve that area. A lot of those losses have come in overtime and shootouts. The Hattricks this season have struggled in those scenarios, winning just 1 of 6. All 4 of the previous meetings between these 2 teams have finished in regulation. Here's a wrist shot from Belov off the shoulder of McCullum. Belov dumped in the near side corner. He springs free. Huge hit from Popoff on Dustin Gesso. The Hattricks bench to its feet. The fans love it as well. Gesso had an impressive performance last night. 4 points, a hat trick, and an assist. He was supposed to be out for this weekend, serving a 3-game suspension, but it was reduced down to 1 game. He is on league probation. So he draws in, and the Venom need him as they are missing a number of key offensive contributors, including Imantis Norica, who is one of the top goal scorers in the entire league and leads the league with 9 power play goals. Had a hat trick against Danbury earlier on this season. Lugging through center, it's Sewardson. He had his pocket picked, and the hat trick's out the other way. Connor Craig lumberjacks it. It pops down, and the outlet pass off a skate. Soccer to head. Sewardson, cross ice pass, redirects near side corner. He's back on it, rims around. Jared Yao takes over for the Hattricks, and headman's Ratcliffe. The lead for Yao, he's rubbed out of the play. Ratcliffe picks it off, and there's Corey Anderson. Was a healthy scratch yesterday. He's just 4 points away from 100 in his Danbury Hattricks career. Second all-time in goals with 80. Delayed penalty on the Hattricks. They touch up, and Woolley will go to the box for tripping.
Fans over in section 101 with Mandy. Mandy is having a birthday.
We have played
How old are you?
little more than 6.5 minutes here in the first period. There is no score right here on the Hattricks Digital Network.
Charter Oak Brewing Company is a Connecticut-based craft beers brewery featuring handcrafted and innovative beers such as pale ales, lagers, India pale ales, brown ales, sours, and several seasoned, more robust beers. Pick one up at the Rabbit Hole here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Live pain-free with Danbury Chiropractic and Wellness. From adjustments to holistic treatments, we're here to help you feel your best. Book your appointment today. Wellness is just a call away. Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Handcrafted small batch whiskey, gin, and more. Visit our distillery today and taste the difference. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Keep your business safe with R&R Protective Services. Expert security solutions tailored to your needs. Call us today for reliable protection you can trust. R&R Protective Services, your safety, our priority. Nothing beats an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Refresh your day with the classic taste everyone loves. Coca-Cola Northeast, bringing smiles and refreshment to your community. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
We welcome you back inside the Danbury Ice Arena. The Venom to the game's first power play. Woolley is in the penalty box for tripping. A shot from outside, steered away by McCullum. Ruiz killing with Ratcliffe, LaBelle, and Bedard. Gesso tangled up with LaBelle, and the Hattricks clear it down the ice with 7 minutes erased first period. 25 ticks off the Woolley penalty. Shots are 3-2 in favor of the Hattricks, and no score. Of course, have to watch out for Dustin Gesso and his 5 power play goals. He's averaging over 2.5 points per game, tops in the FPHL after 4 points yesterday. And LaBelle sends it the length of the ice. Hattricks were 5 for 6 on the penalty kill yesterday, but they've allowed power play goals in 10 of the last 11 and in 17 of their 23 games this season. They check in percentage-wise 12th in the league, 74.7%. Frolov is called for a penalty. They get him for holding. So back-to-back penalties on the Hattricks. 5-on-3 for the Venom. We had about 4 5-on-3s yesterday. Both teams scoring on their 5-on-3 opportunities in yesterday's game. Right off the draw, Gesso dips the shoulder. Walks around to the back, Pickford. Shoots, kick save by McCullum.
At 7:43.
The Venom in the offensive zone, 30 on the 5-on-3. Pickford, wrister, hit a body in front. Pass near side, and the shot shoveled on. Shevers at the circle, and McCullum chested it down. Net comes off, so the whistle blows. The Venom controlling the puck in the offensive zone. That was the penalty that they called on Frolov. And McCullum standing his ground. He is 5 for 5 tonight. This technically a Venom home game. Of course, being played here in Danbury. So the Venom with the last change. That's about all the changes in this game, is when the lines have to be submitted in between whistles. That's pretty much it. Ruiz crunched along the boards, could not clear. Zaitchik for Gesso. Flips it wide. Picked up in the near side corner, and Ruiz wins a battle. Comes out the other way and dumps it. Hattricks make changes. LaBelle out there with Harwell and Bedard. 5-on-3 is over. Woolley fresh out of the box. Still a 5-on-4 for a minute with Frolov in the box. Pickford's wrister off the glove of McCullum. Picked up on the far side. Gesso for Pickford. Chevers, low left. Twirling, Bedard. Defending. Gesso uncorks one, and Bedard blocks it out to center. Final 35 of the power play as we approach the midway point of the opening frame. Woolley steals it from Chevers and throws it all the way down. Hattricks 15 seconds away from killing off a 5-on-3 early in the first period. Gesso zigzags through center. Surveys, circles the net. Pass to a vacant right point, and the power play is over. Back to 5-on-5. Hattricks kill off that 5-on-3. Venom 0 for 2. Angled off the boards. Sewardson gets there first. Pressed on by Bedard. And the outlet Van Durken. 3-on-2 for Danbury. Van Durken, right wing for Gamzatov. It's Frolov, rather, put it in front, and it was tipped off a Venom stick and wide. Dancing in Panovanov. Centers on goal, kick save. Rebound is covered by McCullum, and a scrum after. It was Panovanov who started the scoring yesterday for the Venom. They scored 3 of the game's opening 4 goals. So the refs step in, we will step out. No score more than midway through the first period. You're watching Danbury Hattricks hockey on the Hattricks Digital Network.
Need tickets for your next event? Tixer makes it simple to buy, sell, and manage tickets. Get your Hattricks tickets today at Tixer.com, because every event starts with the right ticket. Need tools for your next project? Decker Tool Rental HO Pen has everything you need for DIY or professional jobs. Quality tools, expert advice. Rent with confidence at Decker Tool Rental. Cool off with a treat from Twister's Ice Cream Cafe. Delicious ice cream in every flavor imaginable. Stop by Twister's today and treat yourself to something sweet. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Craving wings and good times? Head to TK's American Cafe. With the best wings in town and a fun atmosphere, it's the perfect place to hang out. Visit TK's American Cafe and try the Hattricks wings today.
Doug Latuca back with you inside the Danbury Ice Arena. Scoreless game, a little more than halfway through period number 1. Shots are 6 for Venom, and we've got our Chick-fil-A cow race between Eat, More, and Chicken. We've got a winner. Eat cross the finish line first. That means everyone goes home with a Chick-fil-A coupon. One of the many offerings available during Hattricks home games for the fans who purchase tickets to the game. If you're just joining us, the Hattricks killing off a Early 5-on-3. And not much else in terms of quality offensive opportunities for either side. Couple of pad saves for both Sokolov and McCullum. Danila Belov was in the hip of Corey Anderson. A point shot was blocked out to center, and again, Anderson blocks it further into Venom territory. A scrum forward in the far side corner. Stevenson and Anderson, the veteran forward for Danbury, took a tumble. Panovanov lets it go through for Chevers, and it squirts out to center. Ratcliffe, near the blue line, had it picked off at center. Charging in the other way was Jackson. He was picked off. Woolley speeds, left wing, Woolley to the net. Backhander, kick save, Sokolov. A late burst from Woolley. And Sokolov stands his ground in his first action with the Venom this season. Gamzatov takes it away, shoots! Glove save Sokolov, and he will hold it for the whistle.
The Hattricks Booster Club selling 50/50 raffle tickets ringside by Section 100.
Wasn't very physical in yesterday's game, definitely more offensive-minded.
Tickets for the end of the second edition.
We did have a fight, and as the game progressed, both teams ramped up their physicality level, but early on, just a few post-whistle scrums and interactions. Only 2 penalties in this game, both on the Hattricks, stripping and holding Woolley and Frolov respectively. And the Hattricks penalty kill got the job done. McCullum was calling for icing there. And instead, it's Gesso navigating through center. Forfeits possession of the puck to Jordan Popov, just his second game as a hat-trick since being acquired from the River Dragons. Playing with Josh LaBelle, who was acquired from Columbus last year. LaBelle had a solid game yesterday. 4 points, power play goal. He's got 8 points in his last 5 games, the 6'6" D-man. Popov for LaBelle. Softly ahead, Harwell breaks in to the net. Glove save Sokolov as Harwell tried to pick the far side of the net, and Sokolov snags it. He has been sharp. Makar Sokolov mentioned his numbers, over a 440 goals against and an 862 save percentage with the Prowlers. He has suited up in 4 games for the Venom this season, but has not seen any action. It had been all John Moriarty, who sits for the first time in 7 games. Off the draw. The pass to the back, Pamelayan's wrister weaves its way through. Sokolov gets the right pad on it. Vasiliev to the point, Pamelayan head fake, drag, shoots high. Rims around, skate to stick Bedard. His wrist shot was blocked. Delayed penalty, Venom touch, and the whistle. Cross-checking is the call. And Danbury, whose penalty kill was successful on a 5-on-3 earlier in this game. Now their power play gets a chance to strike first as Mark Pozar sits for cross-checking. Danbury's power play, 4 for 10 yesterday. They've got goals in 8 of the last 10 games where they've been given an opportunity. And we spoke about it off the top. In 4 games against the Venom, 10 for 26. That's over 38%. They'll try to break the tie here. They establish the zone. LaBelle down low. Ruiz stopped by Sokolov, and he covers it up. And then after the whistle, a big shove. A hat trick went down.
Fans, as always, stock up on the latest
Now, the more you see a team, the more likely there are to be problems. And they are escorting Tim Hanlon to the penalty box. So, as we've mentioned a couple times now, Hattricks killed off a 5-on-3 earlier with Woolley and Frolov in the penalty box. And now it's Pozar and Hanlon in there. And there you see the shove as Harwell was parked in front of the net looking for a rebound, which was not provided from Sokolov. So a 5-on-3 for Danbury. Mentioned they scored a couple of times with the 2 men up in the game yesterday. Face-off is at the far side circle. And they'll redrop. They give roughing to Hanlon. Venom failed to clear off the draw. LaBelle for Ruiz. 2 power play goals yesterday. Noah Robinson dropping back Ruiz to the net. Shoots right into the midsection of Sokolov. And again, solid rebound control. No second chance opportunities for the Hattricks. Ruiz, Robinson, Harwell, Ratcliffe, and LaBelle on the ice. Danbury wins the draw. LaBelle quarterbacks. Softly Ruiz shoots, deflected, rebound chopped into the pad of Sokolov. And the whistle blows. Impressive start from Makar Sokolov.
He also receives 2 minutes of roughing. Those penalties cancel out at 13:07.
Well, I will make a correction here. They gave Alexander Vasiliev and James Ryerson both roughing penalties. So those cancel. It is not a 5-on-3. So just a traditional 5-on-4. Apologies there. 1:15 to go on the advantage. LaBelle, center point. Wrister fought off. Springs to Ruiz. Down low Robinson. Return Ruiz. LaBelle slap shot. Another kick save from Sokolov. Venom get it to the blue line, and the second effort is sent all the way down the ice. 50 seconds on the power play. Under 6 remaining in the opening period. 12 shots for the Hattricks and no goals on Sokolov. Pamelayan. Hands off Van Durkin. Angled for Pamelayan. Elevated near side Frolov. Bats it down. Wobbling puck Woolley. Wrister is stopped. The rebound. Swung on goal. It's Frolov below the goal line. The Ruskies out there. Gamzatov, Van Durkin, and Frolov. With 20 seconds of the power play. Frolov. Fanned on the centering pass, wins the battle in the corner. To the right point, Woolley walks the line, looking for a shooting lane, takes it wide. Zaitchek defends. Woolley sidesteps a check. Gives off Van Durkin. Final seconds of the power play. Back to even. Wrist shot, save off the blocker of Sokolov. And both teams 0 for 2 on the power play in this game. And an icing called on the Venom. Things were evened back up, so the icing is good, and the faceoff comes back into the Venom zone. Venom win the faceoff. Zaitchek emerges. Fends off a stick lift of Ruiz. Yao, the lead for Anderson, just out of his reach. Craig is back for the Venom. He'll reverse course. And the Venom into the zone. Belov shooting, and it's blocked by Yao on one knee. Danbury from left to right. Into the zone, Gonzalez for Ruiz. Slapper snared by Sokolov. And it brings us to the final media timeout of the opening period. Both teams unsuccessful on the power play. No score, late stages first period, right here on the Hattricks Digital Network.
Your car deserves the best. Crossroads Car Wash keeps your vehicle looking fresh and clean, fast, affordable, and eco-friendly. Stop by today. Crossroads Car Wash, where a clean car is a happy car. Transform your yard with Yard Goats Landscaping. From lawn care to custom designs, we bring your outdoor vision to life. Call Yard Goats today and make your yard the envy of the neighborhood. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers expert dental services for the whole family. Schedule your appointment today. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get the best cuts of meat with Omaha Beef Company. Fresh, premium beef delivered right to your door. Taste the difference with Omaha Beef, where quality is always on the menu. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need reliable stormwater solutions? Coltech Inc. provides innovative water management systems for residential and commercial properties. Coltech, solutions you can count on, quality you can trust.
Finding Nemo on the big board. Everyone goes home happy with a free appetizer from Texas Roadhouse. Herm Sorcher, president of the Hattricks, walking around, taking the temperature of the crowd. Pretty solid outing for the Hattricks and Venom fans. Just a quick ride down I-84 for the visiting fans. Hattricks faithful always seem to pack the building. Well, under 4.5 to go, opening period, and no score. 16-7 are the shots. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Venom. Jesso shoots off the mask. Rebound kicked on and kept out by McCullum. McCullum is shaken up. Meanwhile, the Hattricks into the O-zone. Puck is swatted back out to center. McCullum appears to be okay, rattling around the helmet on his head. He made the first save. A whistle blows. Oh, they get Gamzatov for a trip. So McCullum fought off the first shot off the helmet, then kicked out the second bid from Jesso. Might have been a kicking motion either way, but kept it out of the net. And then Danbury working into the offensive zone. Gamzatov with the trip. And he goes to the penalty box. Third power play for the Venom. They did not score on a 5-on-3 earlier in this game. And now their second-ranked power play gets another opportunity to go to work. Come in over 24% on the man advantage. The Hattricks kill against the Venom coming into this game, a little over 77% against the Venom team. That is one of the top power play goal scoring teams in all of the FPHL, a big weapon for their offensive numbers. A crash to the net, puck pops over the goal. Jesso filters it down low. He was caught up in the skates of Stewart, and Danbury fires it down. Venom reorganize. And a giveaway. LaBelle lofts it down the ice with 3 minutes left in this first period. Already a minute has melted off the Gamzatov trip. Saw 7 goals in the first period yesterday, and so far, through 17 minutes, nothing. Seawartson flutters one towards the goal. Stewart stuff in, kept out McCullum. The net comes off, and after the whistle, Stewart and Bedard exchange shoves. They are separated. Now the final 40 seconds of this Gamzatov penalty. So Zaitchik and Harwell for the draw near circle. Danbury wins. LaBelle for Vasiliev in the far corner, and he does just enough to clear as it sprung off the pad of Bedoyan. It was on a knee. at the line. Bedoyan works right in, gives off Zaitchek. Slap shot, kick save. Panovanov for Chevers. Final 15 of the power play. Gesso into the middle, bouncing puck all the way across. The return for Gesso. Left circle, drag, shoots, blocked by Bedard. He felt that one, back to his skates. Power play is over. Gesso in front all the way through, and on the other end it's Gamzatov, fresh out of the box. The lead for Vasiliev, it's batted out of the air and thwarts Danbury's rush. 1:45, the reading on the clock in the first period. Van Durkin chugs left wing, wrister into the belly of Sokolov, and it sets up an offensive zone draw for the Hattricks. Danbury with 17 shots on Sokolov, who has not played in a game since November 22nd, a shootout loss when he was still a member of the Prowlers. Off the draw, backhander from Frolov. Trickles wide. It was partially blocked. And Yao wheels it back into the Venom zone. The lead pass was tipped, but the follow-up is slapped wide by Hanlon. Yao recovered to potentially get a stick on it. There's an outside shot off the chest of McCullum. Pickford wrister hit the iron and out. Van Durkin locates Gamzatov. 3-on-2 Danbury. Gamzatov will flip it in near side corner. Frolov with under a minute to play in period one. It's flubbed out to center. Wobbler is controlled by Ruiz. Awkward carom off the boards. Ruiz will wipe it in deep. Tape-to-tape connection. Then cross ice, it's Pickford. Here's Craig charging in. His wrist shot was blocked. The follow-up ramps into the protective netting. Under 30 seconds to go. And the face-off to the right of Connor McCullum. It's Gesso and Ruiz for the draw. Two former teammates. The Danbury captain wins it. Woolley taps it out to center. And the final 15 seconds will trickle off. Gesso high steps at center, turns back. Maybe one last opportunity. It's turned over. Ratcliffe with 3, 2, shoots, saves Sokolov. And there's still 1 second on the clock to be as accurate as possible. There are just 0.8 of a second on the scoreboard. McCullum will stay in the net. They thought about potentially putting the extra attacker on. Off the face-off, Ruiz to the goal. And Sokolov steers it away, and that's it for the first 20 minutes. No goals to report on, but plenty of action in that period. 19 shots for the Hattricks and 15 for the Venom. Both teams with a couple of opportunities on the power play, but nothing that has resulted in a goal. It's funny, after a night where these teams combined for 7 goals in the first period and 11 goals combined in a 6-5 Hattricks win. Well, 20 minutes off and no goals on the scoreboard. So, looks like they've added a few shots for the Venom. It's now 19-18. Fairly even period. Hattricks probably had the slight edge in high danger opportunities. And both teams go into the locker room knotted up at 0. Well, before we send you to our first intermission coverage, let's hear from our friends over at Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut. Protect your investments with Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut. Whether it's outdoor furniture, boats, or your outdoor kitchen, we've got you covered, literally. At Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut, we specialize in expert shrink wrapping to safeguard your valuable items from harsh weather, dirt, or damage. We wrap anything. No job is too big or too small. We're your trusted local choice for professional shrink wrapping services. Call us today at 203-791-9317 and let us help you protect what matters most. Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut. We wrap it, you relax. After one period of play here inside the Danbury Ice Arena, no score, Hattricks and Venom. Earlier on this week, media intern Wyatt Kopelman sat down with Hattricks general manager Matt Vorty on this week's Hattricks Weekly. Let's take a look.
It's another critical weekend for the Danbury Hattricks as they're home for 2 games against HC Venom, their Empire Division foes here at the Danbury Ice Arena. We wish you a Happy New Year as well with Matt Vorty, Wyatt Kopelman here, as we're delighted to have you aboard here on episode 10 of Hattricks Weekly in the Hattricks Lounge. Matt, Happy New Year to you. Thanks for joining us again today.
Thanks for having me here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So the Hattricks, they're coming off a loss to the Binghamton Blackbears here at home on Saturday. What were some of the things that you learned about your team that you're improving upon this week?
I think, there's a period of time there, I think early in the second, really most of the second, where I think we needed to finish some chances. And I think we need to be a little better at when we do get a look, we do get a chance, we come away with a goal. And that's going to be a big focus for this weekend.
What's the biggest message in practice this week is you have a good chance to get 2 points, or rather 2 games against HC Venom, a team you've seen very frequently?
What's the message? Come out, work your bag off for 60 minutes, and outcompete them. That's the biggest thing. We ebb and flow sometimes based on what happens to us, and we get discouraged. And I think that's where we need to be better and learn to just roll with the punches of the game a little bit more.
Now, with this loss against Binghamton, it seems like the team, at least this year compared to other years, has had a bit less success on home ice this season. Is there anything in particular you think's contributed to that early on this season?
I think it's kind of what I just talked about, where we're a little easily discouraged. And we need to understand, especially in this league, it's kind of a toe-to-toe, punch-for-punch game. We have to expect that out of any opponent, especially when we play the Motor Cities and even Hudson Valley. I know they're struggling a little bit, but we have to expect them to come out and compete, and they're going to die hard. They're not going to die easy. So
now going into this weekend as well, you have newcomers. You have Jordan Popoff, who's just arrived as another defenseman reinforcement. Matt Pedersen and Isaac Embry have also been here for just about 4 games now. What are some of the things that stand out to you as they've sought to make an early impact?
I think, Embry's kind of brought what we wanted to. He's brought good energy. He's fighting, which is good, but he's not letting that become too much of a distraction. But he brings a presence that we definitely needed. I think Pedersen's going to be a really good D. He's young. He's an 03. He's right out of junior. So there's times he makes some good plays. There's times he doesn't make they're not so good. Not so good plays. And I think if, hopefully he can continue to get better. I expect him to get better, and he can be someone that's here for a couple of years. And, Pops will be in tonight. He's going to be in this weekend. I think he's got some experience for a young guy, a little more than maybe people. Even I didn't, I knew of him, but I didn't expect him to have as many games as he did. And I think he's going to help us back there and be a little bit more of a physical presence and be a little tougher in front of our net, which we've definitely needed.
You mentioned how a lot of these guys are young and that they can learn a lot. Some of them are just out of junior hockey. What do you believe they can learn from somebody like Jared Yao or even LaBelle, who have a lot of experience in pro hockey already?
I think it's, one of the big things is just the reads and how to handle the game mentally. Sometimes the mistakes that the young players make are more emotional or mental, because they're not, they didn't have that 4 years of college where, you have to manage your mental game, and, you have a very kind of rigid schedule. You're kind of coming from junior hockey right into pro, and now all of a sudden you're playing with men. And some of these men have a lot of experience in hockey. I mean, like we have, Vasi on our team who's played in the K. There's, Don Oliveri's played in the Coast. And there's so much experience there that it's hard to make up. And, I think you need a full year, maybe more, before you really can have those lessons kind of set in. I think, the Bellers and the Gonzos and some of the vets have done a really great job of taking some of those guys under their wing, but it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight.
No, I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, and adjusting to this league, particularly with the physicality and the skating, it doesn't even take a week. So on that note, is it the skating that can often be a concern, or as a part of the learning curve, or are there other aspects that you believe are on that learning curve to adjust to in this league?
I think it's, skating. I mean, generally at this point, like, I think the skating's there. Although I do think skating can always be improved, but it's more the reads and really understanding the game and what, if I'm defending and a player's coming down on me, like, what does he have available? What is he looking to do? As opposed to just kind of like, okay, this guy's just going to come down and kind of throw something. And, I just got to stay in the middle and not kind of getting enticed by their feet or kind of by some of the deception that these guys are really good at. And kind of managing, I think the skating part is a good point where you have to manage your feet. You can't run around. You can't let yourself get caught out of position. So it all kind of comes together. I don't think like skating is separate from the mental part of it or the knowledge of the game part of it. It kind of all comes together, and that's where it's like this mental and physical part, it just takes time to mesh.
And how much of that learning can be done on film as opposed to in practice, where you can mix up a lot of different combinations with deep pairings?
I think it's a piece of it. I think some of the younger guys, especially at a junior, maybe not have done as much film in the past. And when they see themselves, they're like, oh, wow, okay. It's like, I didn't realize I looked that bad, or, oh, I didn't really realize that that's where that guy was going, or I didn't see that develop that way. So, I mean, it's a big piece of it. It's not everything. It can't take the place of getting on the ice and physically doing the things that you need to do, but it's an important piece.
Going into HC Venom this weekend, it looks like Gesso was suspended for the prior game, the rescheduled against Binghamton New Year's Eve, but albeit he may play still, maybe he won't. And then there's also Montes Noriega, who's also been a threat in the season series. What challenges have you seen HC Venom pose in the few games you've played against them?
Well, I think they're just very offensive. I think defensively we can get to them. I think we just have to make sure we're taking away time and space from those two guys, if they're in the lineup. And I think, I think the one loss we had at home against them, I think we took them too lightly, to be honest with you. And that's something we can't let that happen.
How much of the mentality, at least do you hope they take in, this team that is, on being focused, carrying the weight for 60 minutes?
How much
of the mentality do you think kind of circulates around being focused and just carrying the weight against this Hudson Valley team?
Well, that's our whole mentality. I mean, that's what it needs to get to. And, for some of these guys, it's an adjustment. Some of these guys have been in places where you didn't have to play 60 minutes, or there wasn't that much emphasis on it. And that's back to what we were talking about before. Part of the learning curve with some of these guys is, hey, the way the game is now, you can let up 2 goals, but if you're in the first period, it doesn't mean anything. It's not a safe lead. It's almost like college hockey was, or still is, but when I broke into college hockey 15, 20 years ago, I mean, a 3-0 lead in the first, you're kind of nervous if you're up, you know what I mean? Because the other team's going to punch back. So I think that's really the focus of our mentality, is just to play a complete game. Doesn't mean we're not going to have down moments or mistakes or anything like that, but we're competing and we're working hard and we're executing for 60 minutes.
Connor McCollum, he gets the call for a PTO to Hartford this weekend, 2 days ago. How exciting was it just to see that for someone you've worked with for a good time here in Danbury?
Oh, it's a great reward for them. I mean, I wish it was something I could have done, but it's always good to see that. It's good to see that he's on someone's radar, especially in a very organic way where it's not like, oh, well, I knew somebody's uncle, cousin, whatever. It's like, oh, hey, we're aware of this kid and he's done a good job. Let's bring him in.
What do you anticipate he can do for Hartford in his first couple of weeks there?
He's back, right?
Yeah. He was a PTO, but what do you believe he can learn from that?
Oh, what can he learn from it? Okay, I hope you edit this out. I'm sorry. I think, when you get around other really good athletes, you can learn a lot just from their habits, just from the way they comport themselves. I think he didn't spend a ton of time there, and fortunately for him. But I think sometimes being around that mentality and being around that caliber of athlete, you can pick up a lot of little things about preparation and how to approach different situations.
So going into this weekend, you also have a great chance to get 6 points against HC Venom. We'll continue tradition as always here on Hattricks Weekly. The Hattricks take 6 points if
we work our bag off for 60 minutes and outcompete them.
If you outcompete them, work their bag off. Last couple weeks, it was playing like savages. We'll hope the Hattricks can get 6 points this weekend. Well, Hattricks, they're on the ice, 7:30 for HC Venom. Matt, thanks for your time as always.
Thank you.
Well, a night after the Hattricks and Venom both combined for 11 goals in a 6-5 Hattricks win, they go scoreless through the first 20 minutes here inside the Danbury Ice Arena. As we welcome you back in Doug Latuca with you on a Saturday night from inside the Danbury Ice Arena. Thanks so much for joining us. We are delighted to have you along for the ride. And a very eventful first period, just no goals to show for it. 19 shots for the Hattricks, 18 for the Venom. And both goalies very strong. Lots of outside shots, a couple of pad saves from both goaltenders. McCullum stopped Jesso twice on an odd man rush, and then Sokolov was very steady in the goal as well in just his first action since November when he was a member of the Port Huron Prowlers. This the 5th time he's put on the pads with the Venom, but just the first time he has been in goal. No John Moriarty for the Venom, a much needed and much deserved break for him. And as for the Hattricks, Connor McCullum right back in the goal. This now is 8th start in the last 9 games for the Hattricks. 16 starts in Danbury's previous 19 games. Against the Venom this year, he's 2-1 with a .908 save percentage. And this is 4th start in the 4th game against the Venom. Danbury is (3-1) against the Venom this season. As we work through some technical difficulties here, the puck is dropped and the second period has begun. Yeah, there we go. We are back in action. Well, technology sometimes just doesn't want to work, and I'm going to stay away from touching many buttons here as about 10 seconds have gone by in the second period. No score, Hattricks and Venom. Second game of the weekend, 5th out of 11 matchups this season. Hattricks have won 3 of the first 4, including last night, 6-5. Kyle Gonzalez tips the stretch pass. Dustin Jesso and Gonzalez crash in the corner. Jesso throws towards the middle, then gets smeared out of the play. Free puck at the far point, and Yao shovels it as far as the red line. It's chopped at, Zajac reversing, and it's logged into the zone by Pickford on right wing. Pressed on by Gonzalez. Pickford towards the goal. It's blocked. Zajac, right corner, right point. Connor Craig with a wrister into the catching mitt of McCullum with 55 seconds gone by in the second period. Danbury trying to win back-to-back games for just the second time this season. They did it sweeping Port Huron at the end of November, 5-4 and 5-2 on the road. Good sign for them. They won a 1-goal game yesterday, snapping a 3-game losing skid in those type of outcomes. That was a wild game yesterday. This one, of course, not as much offense, but both goalies will like the way the numbers look as LaBelle leads Frolov. Gamzatov over the center ice logo. Wrist shot deflected off the back glass. Gamzatov gets in there first. He's pressed to the boards by Stevenson. It's available along the kick plate, then rimmed around. Popov pinching, bats it along. It's available behind the net. Popov, right point, winds, feeds Frolov, throws middle, looking for Van Durkin. It's intercepted and skated to safety by Panovanov. Dancing around Popov, and his pass was tipped by Popov. Bedard in front of his own goal, out for Gamzatov, one on many as he dumps it in on goal, and Sokolov opts for the whistle. Hattricks were making changes. So an ozone draw for Danbury. A little more than 2 minutes passed in this second period. Harwell, Vasiliev, and Robinson out for Danbury. And the Venom come away with the puck off the draw. Pozar falls to his knees, nearly gave it away to Vasiliev, and then Harwell steals it for the Hattricks. But he'll take it out to the neutral zone. Danbury is offside as Vasiliev was trapped inside the zone and tried to scurry out of there, but Danbury offside. Charlie Bedard has been active with the post whistle jawing today for Danbury. Number 2 in black. He's paired with Zach Pamelayan right here on this shift. At exactly 2.5 minutes off the middle period clock. Waiting for the game's first goal. Vasiliev, left wing, bouncing puck, goes through Robinson, and Bedoyan organizing in his zone. Across for Pozar, his pass ramped off a stick. Bedard pressing up near the red line. It spits free and is swatted ahead by Siwertson, who darts to the bench for a change. McCullum touches for Bedard, and the lead easily picked off. A wrist shot, glove save by McCullum as he got a piece. That was Pickford, the defenseman, crashing in. Glove down by Zajac at neutral ice. Stewart fed it ahead, and Jesso's centering pass was taken away. And the Hattricks get out of the zone, but give the puck right back to the Venom. It's Jesso coming off a 4-game night yesterday, and the hat-trick. Pickford dancing, shoots off Bedard and Pamelayan, and to the far corner. ZP corrals, filters right point, kept in Craig, walks the wall, Rester right pad, save, rebound, score! McCullum with a couple of saves. But the Venom, persistent, and guess who? It is Dustin Jesso with his 4th goal of the weekend and a 1-0 Venom lead. Well, the Hattricks just can't keep Dustin Jesso off the scoreboard. We mentioned his 2.6 points per game, the highest in the FPHL this season. And he's been a Danbury killer ever since he's left the Hattricks. A member of the championship winning team. Venom right back in. Chevers feathers down low. Venom set up in the O-zone. Panovanov down low. Backhand shot, flutters wide, and Woolley pounces on it for the Hattricks. He'll fly it down the ice, wide of Sokolov, and an ice on the Hattricks with 4:40 gone by in the second period. So Jesso strikes first for the Venom, and it is 1-0. Craig and Jackson with the assists at 4:03. And the Venom scored first yesterday and led the game 3-1. Step in front here as they try to snap a 3-game losing skid. Wrist shot. Zips wide and rims all the way out to center. Pozar gets to it for the Venom. Hattricks making changes. The Ruski line very active in the first. Nothing to show for it. They were the difference yesterday. The game-winning goal late in the third. Gamzatov from Frolov and Van Durken. Right point, Craig puts it towards the goal. Blocked LaBelle. Siewertson avoids the check of Popov. Still possesses. Swings it near side, Bedoyan. Toe drag. Lost the puck. Goes crashing into the right side boards. And a couple of players come together. And one white jersey is down. The trainer, Adrian Dembeck, comes out. What it looks like, all is all right. It was Bedoyan, who's back on the bench as we've hit immediate timeout. 1-0 Venom on the Gesso goal.
Need custom signs or graphics? Vision Designs brings your vision to life with quality printing and design services. Call Vision Designs today for all your custom printing needs. Need a plumber you can trust? Hope Plumbing offers fast, reliable service for all your plumbing needs. From repairs to installations, we've got you covered. Hope Plumbing, where your home is our priority. Hungry for a steak? Come to Texas Roadhouse for hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and more. Visit Texas Roadhouse today, where great food and great times come together. Drive in style with Todd Maserati, offering the latest Maserati models and top-quality service. Visit Todd Maserati today for the luxury car experience you've been waiting for. Raise a glass at Reverie Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer in a variety of styles. Visit our tap room today and sip on something special. Reverie Brewing, where beer meets imagination. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
Back in the Hat City, the Rabbits trailing the Venom 1-0. Doug Latuca live here on the Hattricks Digital Network. Saturday night hockey in downtown Danbury. Dustin Gesso with his 4th goal of the weekend, his 5th point, has sprung the Venom out to a 1-0 lead. He's scored it about 4 minutes in to this middle period. Hattricks looking for the answer. Van Durken, Frolov, and Gemzitov up front with LaBelle and Popov on defense. Connor Craig plays for the Venom. He had an assist on that Gesso goal. And a giveaway. LaBelle all alone shoots. It's deflected at the last second by Stewart. Got his stick on it and pops into the protective netting. Well, LaBelle couldn't even believe it. He had a free streak to the net right down the slot. And the shot was tipped up and out of play. Hattricks switch up the forwards. Harwell, Robinson, and Vasiliev. They combined on a couple of goals yesterday, including Danbury's first. One of the 2 Vasiliev goals in his 4-point night. LaBelle right point, feathers it down low. Panovanov fending off the check of Robinson, then gets crunched in the corner by Robo. Venom clear out to center. It's Gesso pounding it in, right side corner. Stewart in front, save, rebound, squirts wide. It's still free, kicked on, and it's wide of the goal with McCollum on his backside. Every time Jesso's on the ice, the puck seems to be in the hat-trick zone, and he's got an opportunity on McCollum. Vasiliev in stride, shoots, save, rebound is cleared out to center ice. Behind the play, Robinson hauled down, and he drew a penalty. Posar touches it up. And roughing on Ivan. No, it's Clendenin Stewart, number 26 for the Venom. And the Hattricks to the power play. They are unsuccessful so far tonight. Face-off is at the right circle. Puck is rimmed all the way out of the zone, and Ruiz chases after it. Hattricks scored 4 power play goals in yesterday's game, and so far tonight they are 0 for 2. Ratcliffe collects out there with Ruiz, LaBelle, Vasiliev, and Harwell. Ratcliffe walks the wall, low to high Ruiz. Cross for LaBelle, return Ratcliffe, they crisscross, the drop for LaBelle. Walks Ruiz in his skates, springs out Ratcliffe. Back LaBelle, far side, a chant from the crowd. Elevated pass, skate to stick Ratcliffe, Ruiz all the way across. Vasiliev down low for Harwell through his legs. Ruiz, left corner, gives for Harwell, right back to the captain. Ratcliffe walks the line, Ruiz through LaBelle, shot stopped by Sokolov. Got the pad on it, and the Venom clear the line. Vasiliev right back in, sprints right wing. His back pass was fanned on, a stick goes flying, and the clear hit the stick. Fortunate for the Hattricks. Ruiz on the backhand, lifts it wide. Vasiliev for LaBelle, center point, backhand Vasiliev, looking across Ruiz, Wine shoots wide. LaBelle picks it up far side with 30 on the power play. For Ruiz, one-timer, chested down and sent all the way out. Harwell was tripped up behind the play. Both players untangle. And the final 10 of the power play with Pamelayan quarterbacking. Leading Van Durken, left wing, double teamed along the near side boards. And the Venom clear it out to center ice as Frolov touches it on the hand pass right as Stewart was coming out of the box. So Danbury 0 on the power play tonight. They trail 1-0. Dustin Gesso, the only goal of this game, 4:03 into this period from Craig and Jackson. Shots are 24-23 in favor of the Venom. Very tight game, and both goalies have put on a show. Stewart over the center ice logo. Shovels it in. Zaitchek there to greet it, right corner. Gives off for Stewart. Hattricks take it away. Gemzatov over the line. Rister. Blocker saves Sokolov. And Zaitchek goes cross ice for Pozar. Into the zone. Gives off for Gesso. Slapper. Didn't get a lot on it. Looked at the blade of his stick. Gets a follow-up chance and right into the breadbasket of McCullum. And no rebound. Been this type of season for the Hattricks. One night they've got a lot of offense, the next night they can't seem to find the back of the net. Exhibit A, the last 3 games, won 9-6 Friday here in Danbury over Watertown, then shut out 5-0 against Binghamton, and then yesterday 6-5 winners. That's just a small sample size of how it's gone for the Hattricks this year. But in terms of their rank in the FPHL, play is offside. They are 4th in goals for with 88 coming into the night. The problem is they've allowed 90 coming into the game. Approaching the midway point of regulation. Venom with a 1-0 lead. Robinson had his pocket picked. Available puck in the far corner. It's swatted out in the air, knocked down to the net, save McCullum, and he whacked it to the boards. Belov circling for Chevers all the way through. Yao lays a body in the corner. Chevers runs into Harwell, keeps possession of the puck. Gets stapled along the backboards. Yao took a tumble, but leads Robinson on the right side. He'll flutter it in. Sokolov pounds it up the far side boards, and it wobbles out to center for Popov. Goes D to D LaBelle. The return for Popov. Right side, Vasiliev touches it, avoids the check of Pozar, shields the puck, pass for Popov. Angled for Vasiliev, and taken away by the Venom. LaBelle. Sauce pass through center ice. Stevenson onto the tape. Sewardson. Wrist shot, tip just wide of the right post. Popoff finds the blade of Woolley. LaBelle ahead for a charging Ratcliffe. His shot blocked by Panovanov. At neutral ice, it's Connor Woolley. Back for Josh LaBelle. And Woolley spins out and gets tied up with Hanlon. And Danbury cannot escape the zone. Popoff wins in the corner and scales it out to center. Quickly back in, but LaBelle takes it away. Ratcliffe at center ice. A streaking Van Durkin turned aside. Zajac the other way, has some open ice. Zajac shoots, missed the net, and cleared himself. Pickford navigates the line, turned back. Gamzatov chips and charges. Craig angles off the boards. Van Durkin picks it off. Head up to the net. Gamzatov deflected it wide. Pamelayan pinching left point. Feathers it in for Gamzatov. Craig staples him to the boards. Gesso at the right point. Will tap it further into the hat-trick zone. 7 minutes to play in the second. Van Durkin zigzags. Puts it on goal, and Sokolov pads it away. Robinson collects off the boards. Outlet pass taken away. Wrist shot, saved by McCullum. A breakdown, and Jackson had it in the slot. Centering pass, Harwell took it away. Pamelayan up for Vasiliev, a race, not enough for icing. Craig cycles back for the Venom. Cross ice pass. It's behind Stewart, on goal, no icing, and McCullum goes for the whistle, but we are at the media timeout. The Venom holding on to a 1-0 lead. Things have cooled down a bit. Can the Hattricks find a goal? Stay with us to find out right here on the Hattricks Digital Network.
Stay warm this winter with Mitchell Oil. Reliable heating oil delivery and expert service to keep your home comfortable. Call Mitchell Oil today for quality service you can trust. Treat yourself at Peach Wave of Bethel. Fresh frozen yogurt with endless topping combinations. Visit today and create your perfect dessert. Peach Wave, where the possibilities are sweet. Building something special? Kellogg Hardwood Lumber has the finest kiln-dried hardwood lumber for all your projects. From flooring to furniture, we have what you need. Visit Kellogg Hardwood Lumber today. From sports injuries to joint pain, Ortho Connecticut has you covered. Expert orthopedic care for every body. Call today to schedule your consultation. Ortho Connecticut, where movement matters. Looking for reliable waste management solutions? Oak Ridge provides efficient, eco-friendly waste and recycling services for businesses and homes. Call Oak Ridge today and simplify your waste disposal. Looking for the perfect place to work on your golf game? Head to Golf Ranch in Brookfield. With a covered driving range, lessons for all skill levels, and a fun 18-hole mini golf course, there's something for everyone. Get ready to tee off at Golf Ranch in Brookfield.
Back inside the Danbury Ice Arena, Hattricks win a defensive zone faceoff, and it's Harwell, right wing, wrister off the top of the stick of Sokolov. Huge hit from Yao, stepping up on Belov. The Venom tried to catch Yao, who had laid the hit with a stretch pass, would have set up a 2-on-1, but it was out of the reach and turns into an icing on the Venom. Jared Yao with a massive hit on Danila Belov. Maybe that sets the tone for the rest of the game. Hattricks have played a solid defensive contest, but nothing on the scoreboard. 27 shots, all stopped by Makar Sokolov in his first game with the Venom. Gonzalez sprints after it to his D partner Yao. wanders through center, leads Harwell to the outside. Pozar knocked him off the puck. Yao in a race for it in the left corner. Yao reversing. Vasiliev shielding. He'll rim it around the kick plate. Right point. Gonzalez walks, shoots right into the breadbasket of Sokolov, and no crumbs. Both teams make changes. Off the face-off, the Venom come away with it. Woolley lost his stick, got it back. Ratcliffe below the goal line for Popov. Snapper blocked. Rebound is flown down the ice, and it turns into an icing on the Venom.
Special welcome again. Poland hockey is here tonight. Polish hockey is in the building.
Venom just trying to get the puck out of his zone. And it sets up another O-zone draw at that right circle. Ruiz, Woolley, and Ratcliffe with LaBelle and Popov. Ruiz in front, Ratcliffe, and on the wrist shot, it was partially blocked. An alley-oop pass looking for Gesso. LaBelle read it, and the Hattricks turn from right to left. Ramped in, Ruiz gets one hand free and then pokes it to the far corner. Panovanov right up the gut. Zaitchek is free. McCullum angles off the boards, intercepted Stewart, but couldn't uncork the shot. Popov possesses for the Hattricks. 4.5 remaining in the middle period. Danbury is still scoreless. No icing as Woolley tipped it near the blue line. A stretch pass was detected, and Bedard floats it in. Pickford spinning in the corner, bangs it off the boards, and the Venom escape. Cross corner dump. Possession up for grabs here in the corner. 3 black jerseys, 2 white. And Danbury comes out of the pile with it. Yemzatov turned back at the blue line. Rolling puck, settled by Pickford, shouldered by Anderson. And Craig takes over for the Venom. It's popped in on goal. McCullum steers it for Bedard. It was tied up in his skates, but he eventually settles it down. Bedard taking the open ice in front, gets the red, gets near the blue, and shovels it in the far side. Bouncing puck. Craig sprints on left wing around Bedard. Craig in his skates, centers off the stick of McCullum. It's available in front, whacked at, and then Bedard skates to safety. He'll throw it in, get a change. Awkward carom off the sideboards, and Bedoyan from behind the net. Lost it, Vasiliev shoots. Didn't get all of it. The rebound was free and then swept away at the last minute. Sewardson for the Venom on left wing. Veers middle, takes a hit from Robinson. Bedoyan, right circle. Toe drag, backhand pass, kicked around. McCullum nearly held on to it, but it springs back into the Venom zone. Pozar around the net. His helmet comes off. Yao, blind backwards pass. Gesso pressured by Vasiliev. And there's the lead pass. Right on the tape. Jackson shot it wide, but there is a penalty, I believe. We will await on the ruling. The net came off And it's that referee in the far corner who I believe had his arm up.
Brown's Donut House, the featured donut of Danbury Ice Arena.
We will get the call when we come back. 1-0 Venom, late stages, second period.
Hattricks fans, are you hungry? Caroluzzi's Markets has the best sub shop and the best selection of chef-prepared meals for easy dinners. Caroluzzi's is your one-stop supermarket for all your grocery needs and so much more. Craving something sweet? Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With new flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. Visit Crumble today. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Hey Hattricks fans, for a comfortable stay with great amenities, the only choice is the La Quinta by Wyndham in Danbury. Ask for the Hattricks Friends and Family rate. You can't beat it. La Quinta. Get back to feeling your best with Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for every body and every injury. Call today to start your recovery. Hat City Physical Therapy. Your health is our focus. Fairfield County Bank is the official bank of the Danbury Hattricks. It's where the Hattricks bank and the tellers wear the Danbury Hattricks top hat. Fairfield County Bank is the hometown bank of the Danbury Hattricks and are proud to support their hometown team.
The Aspen Dental Smile Cam getting the kids up on their feet and into it. Now they'd love to celebrate a goal, nothing quite yet for the Hattricks. As we've played a little more than 38 minutes of regulation time. The only goal of the game belongs to Dustin Gesso. 4 minutes into this period, Craig and Jackson with the assists. Now Jackson had that break-in chance, was denied by McCullum, and then the net came off. That was the reasoning for the whistle. So no penalty. Hattricks make a change on defense. MJ Markle yelling at the official, thinking it's late. LaBelle and Popoff come off. Gonzalez and Yao on. Off the draw. Point shot stopped by McCullum. Behind the net, Woolley is clear. Knocked down by Zaitchek at the line. Gesso flings it in deep. Gonzalez touches it along. Harwell, return Gonzalez, quick puck movement. Ratcliffe at neutral ice, into the skates of Woolley. Panovanov reverses course. The lead is Stewart. Shoots, had his helmet pop off. As Yao collided with him, and the Hattricks take a penalty. Delay of game the call, and Connor Woolley will sit in the box with the Hattricks trailing by 1.
Fans get ready for the Hattricks penalty kill.
So this dangerous Venom power play with an opportunity to stretch the lead to 2. They scored 1 goal on the power play last night on 6 opportunities. About a minute remaining in this period. Van Durken fell to the ice. Gesso creeps in.
1 minute.
Dances around Bedard, still controls, right circle, shoots, pops wide, rebound, score! Another rebound in front. McCullum doing all he can, diving around the blue paint. But the Venom stretch the lead to 2. Now on the power play goal. I will get you the goal scorer when I find out. I don't have that player's number on our chart here, and as we know, the Venom have been going through a lot of roster reconstruction, and they've had a couple of number changes, a couple of jerseys missing nameplates, so we'll get you the goal scorer. But the Venom with a 2-0 lead, both of their goals being scored here in the second period. Here's a wrist shot. It's held onto by McCollum. And it looks like the statisticians are having the same problem that we're having. We have no idea who just scored the goal. The number was not marked down on the game sheet. It looks like an 88, something with multiple eights. It's 89, which is not written on the game card. Well, that could be a problem. Either way, 15 seconds. Point shot is covered by McCullum. He didn't like the extra poke after the whistle by Gesso.
Number 89, assisted by number 22, Dustin Gesso.
All right, they've given the goal to Jonas Lias.
The goal out from Venom, Gesso, and Stewart.
All righty, so we got the number figured out. He's wearing 89 tonight, marked down as 56 on the card. But it is 2-0 Venom. Final seconds trickling off. And that does it for the second period. And the Hattricks might have just taken another penalty. Looks like Stewart caught a stick up high. I did not see if anything was called right away, but Stewart went clutching at his face. Really, the story of this game has been Makar Sokolov, 29 for 29 in his Venom debut. Hasn't played since November 22nd, when he was a member of the Port Huron Prowlers. McCollum has been sharp too, 35 for 37. And Danbury, who scored 6 goals yesterday and 9 goals last Friday, is scoreless through 40 minutes of play. A team that ranks 4th in goals for with 80 coming into the night.
Shot totals after 2 periods of play. 29
has nothing on Sokolov.
For HC Venom.
So we've got the TK's center ice shot. Can send the Hattricks fans home with 5 free wings from TK's American Cafe on White Street in Danbury. We have got a big group out there for the shot. Chuck-a-Puck will follow, presented by Todd Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Danbury. He's got an escort, the coach.
We're going to try to give away 5 free chicken wings if Coach Brett Gabari can hit this bucket.
It is Brett Dabari for the shot. He's the coach of these youngsters.
It's Coach Brett Gabari, a coach of Pauling Pride, 12U, 10U sports. Right here.
And now the shot
Love these guys.
for these 5 free wings.
Very good, very good. Well, I tell you, I got in trouble earlier for saying, hey, check out this beautiful Hattricks fan, and they happen to be a female. So I want to say, sir, you are a very handsome hockey coach. How do you like that? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You're a great looking guy. All right, here we go.
Well, Herm with some banter before the shot.
To watch sports, okay? I go there to watch the NFL.
Center ice shot for 5 free wings. We had a winner on the first shot yesterday. Can we repeat?
Dallas Cowboy fans.
Herm's asking the fans who their favorite football team is.
No, I don't think so. How about New York Giants fans? I'm a Giants fan, so let's stop. All right, here we go.
Big couple of NFL games going on tonight. One earlier, Ravens blowout, and now Steelers Bengals tonight. And the first shot, he got it. All right, 5 free wings for all the fans in attendance. And the celebration with their coach at center ice. As now they set up the chuck-a-puck here in Danbury. Now, very different chuck-a-puck over the last couple of games. Well, you've got the trash can at center, which is the $200 cash prize, which is divided to all the winners in the chuck-a-puck competition. But then you've got the bar stools with the top hats on top. Now, the Hattricks giving away a suite, an Xbox, a jersey, and a television from left to right on your screen in the little top hats. Very exciting. The prizes are up on the big board to motivate some of these fans. Of course, you've got the Chuck-a-Puck Wizards, James and Gary Generali, who seem to always find the bottom of the bucket. Oh, that first one just wide. Always love watching them throw. They're always within a foot on their misses, and other than that, they get it to go. Now, the top hats are very difficult to connect on, but looks like we've had 1 or 2 bounce in the trash can.
Fans, you can see there's some orange pucks out there. We're just not promoting it, but the orange puck, that's the
It's important to mention that the Hattricks are trying something out. A power puck, it's orange as opposed to the black traditional chuck-a-pucks. And it ups the prize that you can win. And that orange puck just missed. We've got them flying in from the 100s, from the suite level. Earlier on today on our social media, we had posted with one of our fans had submitted a video to us. It was Mike Placino, who had nailed it from the suite level. From across the way here, so near the suites, just off to the right of the suites. I think a fan just hit 3. Unbelievable.
I'm gonna start down here. Let's see, did anyone win a luxury suite?
All right, we'll go through the top hat prizes. Nothing for the luxury suite.
The Xbox. I love playing Call of Duty. I'm not very good at it.
Nothing in those top hats.
No one won the Xbox.
$200 cash
All
prize.
right, we've got a couple winners. I'm gonna come back to that.
Winners in the cash prize, circle
Nobody
back.
won the jersey. Anybody win the TV? No, all right.
Nobody has won any of those top hat prizes. It'll be a great night when somebody wins one of the special prizes, but
2012, 2012. 640.
looks like one of the Generalis had that 2012 puck.
1815.
There's the third winner. Here's the fourth.
2115.
Looks like James won twice. You see him holding up two fingers, and it was a power puck. Double the prize for Mr. Generali, and the Hattricks with another successful Todd Maserati Alfa Romeo of Danbury chuck-a-puck. They're hoping that some of the pucks that went in the bottom of the barrel can get in the back of the net, as they are scoreless through 40 minutes of play. It is 2-0 Venom. I'm not exactly sure why that number 1 continues to creep up on the scoreboard. A lot of buttons up here, but it is 2-0 Venom. After 2 periods of play, we will step aside, reconvene for the 3rd period. Can the Hattricks mount a comeback for a 3rd period comeback for the first time this season? Well, we'll find out. Danbury has not won a game when trailing heading to the 3rd period. We will come back once the 3rd period is ready to go. This is Danbury Hattricks Hockey on the Hattricks Digital Network. We welcome you back inside the Danbury Ice Arena. It's nearly the start of period number 3 between the Danbury Hattricks and the HC Venom. Doug Latuca with you here on the Hattricks Digital Network. In between periods, Lexi Berkey caught up with Noah Robinson to discuss how the Hattricks can maybe stage a third period comeback.
After 2 periods of play, I'm here with number 71, Noah Robinson. Robo, you guys have, even though you're down by 2, you've had a decent performance defensively. What do you have to say about that?
I just think we got to get pucks in, just finish our hits and try and work them down low. Right now we just got to work them down low.
With only 20 minutes left, how do you balance pressure versus performance?
I think that we just got to stick to our system right now, and we just got to outwork them, just compete in the dirty areas and get to the net and get shots on goal, and hopefully one falls.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you to Lexi Berkey and Noah Robinson. As the Hattricks enter period number 3 down 2-0. They scored 6 goals yesterday, 9 goals last Friday, and so far they have not had the formula for how to beat Makar Sokolov, who is facing his first action since November 22nd as a member of the Port Huron Prowlers. Hattricks won the first meeting of the weekend with the Venom yesterday, 6-5. And now the Hattricks trying to do something they haven't done all season. That's win a game when they've entered the third period down. They are 0-8 this year. They need 2 goals to tie. And they start Johnny Ruiz and Chase Harwell with Jared Yao and Kyle Gonzalez. And right at the end of the period, there was a penalty on the Hattricks' Jacob Ratcliffe. So the Venom to the power play. They gave Ratcliffe, here's the shorty, they score! Right when they needed it, the captain supplies it. A short-handed goal, and it's 2-1. So they give Ratcliffe a high stick right as the horn sounded to end the second. And then Ruiz on a slick feed from Harwell receives it, goes backhand over the blocker of Sokolov, and it is 2-1 Venom. Well, the definition of exactly what the doctor ordered, that's what they needed. And I had run into the Hattricks locker room in between periods. And it was Johnny Ruiz leading the charge, getting the message across. And as he's done all season long, and really his entire career with the Hattricks, he takes the lead. So Ruiz, who scored 2 power play goals yesterday in his return after a 4-game absence, has his 3rd shorthanded goal of the year, his 9th goal overall. And it inches the Hattricks within 1. 17 seconds into the third period. And the Hattricks have their first goal of the game. Zipping through center is Bedoyan. He'll dish off on the backhand into the skates of Stewart, and Bedard filters it out of the zone with 30 seconds on the Ratcliffe high sticking penalty. Gesso taken down by LaBelle, centering pass, steered away by McCullum. Hattricks fire it down, Frolov for LaBelle. Walks to the net, pass in front, save, rebound was kept out with Ruiz. Net side, Sokolov got the left pad on it. Here's Belov, head fake, takes it wide. Power play is over with 2 minutes gone in the third period. Hattricks with some life. Danbury with its first goal of the game from Ruiz. 17 seconds into the period, shorthanded. Here comes the captain again. Hands off Woolley. All the way across, one-timer from Ratcliffe was blocked. Venom out the other side. It's Belov. Veers middle. Drag, shoots, saved by McCullum. The rebound dripped wide. Pounded along the far side boards. Gonzalez into the O-zone. His pass was blocked. And Mark Pozar comes out with it for the Venom. Chevers across for Bedoyan. Return for Pozar. 3 minutes erased in the third period. And the Hattricks striking almost immediately have made this a whole different hockey game. Mentioned Danbury is 0-8 when they trail heading into the third period. Off the draw, Josh LaBelle. Vasiliev reverses course back. And banks it off the boards for Harwell in stride on left wing. Harwell shoots, tipped out of play. And it sets up an offensive zone face-off for the Hattricks. Off the face-off, LaBelle shoots, saved by Sokolov. And the Venom get it as far as center. And I believe Frolov just drew a penalty. Frolov at the left point, towards the goal, tipped wide. Gamzatov pouncing on it in the corner. It's available. The Venom touch up. And the Hattricks to the power play with a chance to tie the game. Tim Hanlon to the penalty box.
Brought to you by Dream Vacations.
And a power play presented by Dream Vacations. This place ready to erupt. They love the contribution from the captain. Here he is again. Shoot, save, rebound. Ratcliffe is denied. Somehow Sokolov sprawled out, made the save. LaBelle for Ruiz, one-timer. A big stop from Sokolov as he clamps down on it. After the whistle, Harwell's helmet ripped off his head. A couple of A+ opportunities for Ruiz. Face-off is at the far side circle. 1:44 to go on the power play. Ruiz off the draw, in front, Harwell, backhander wide. Harwell's back on it. Boarding is the penalty on Hanlon. Vasiliev all the way through Ruiz to the back, LaBelle. Looking, crisscrosses with Ruiz. Ratcliffe back for Ruiz, fans on the shot. Gets the puck back to LaBelle. 1:15 to go. Vasiliev. One-timer, save, Ratcliffe. With a blast from the ring of the left circle. And right off the chest protector of Makar Sokolov. 4.5 minutes gone by, third period. 1:10 to go on the Hanlon boarding penalty. And a 2-1 game. Shots are 38-36 in favor of the Venom. Van Durkin, Frolov, and Gamzatov with Kamalayan and Woolley. Van Durkin slides out of a check. Woolley Inside for Frolov. Return Woolley. Wrist shot tipped. Frolov takes it around the net. Centers. Van Durkin shoved it wide. And the Venom blasts it down. Pamelaine retrieves for the Hattricks. 40 ticks to go on the power play. On left wing, Van Durkin. He's pressured. Puck pops in the air. Glove down, Van Durkin. Clear attempt clogged up by Pamelaine. They jockey for it. Woolley comes away with it. High slot. Goes back for Pamelaine. With 15 on the power play. ZP shoots, tipped, score! Gemzatov got a piece. Had the game winner yesterday, and he's got the equalizer tonight. Back-to-back goals for the Hattricks. And the Rabbits are rolling here in the third. It's 2-2. Pamelaine with the shot. Gemzatov, the redirection. Another power play goal for the Hattricks, their 5th of the weekend. And the game is knotted at 2. The fans love it. They're back into it. And the score is even. Jesso lost the puck. Vasiliev darts the other way. Through the legs, Vasiliev shoots. Score! Are you kidding me? Alexander Vasiliev through the legs, past Sokolov, and the Hattricks step in front for the first time tonight. Filthy from Vasiliev. 2 goals last night. He's on the board tonight. The speed up the right wing. Dipsy-do and a finish off the left post and in. The Hattricks with 3 unanswered goals to start the third. And they grab a 3-2 lead. Off the draw, Hattricks offside. What a momentum shift. And now we've got pushing and shoving in the corner. Woolley and Ratcliffe. The Hattricks put 28 shots on Sokolov through the first 40 minutes. Didn't beat him. Here in the third period, they've struck for 3 goals on 11 shots. And they lead 3-2. 5 minutes and 51 seconds into the period. Crazy turn of events. Timeout time here in Danbury. Don't go anywhere.
When legal matters arise, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. Expert legal guidance for businesses and individuals. Your case matters. Let us help you with personalized professional service. Keep your car running smoothly with Dowler Garage. From maintenance to repairs, trust our experts to get the job done right. Visit Dowler Garage in New Preston today. Service you can depend on. When disaster strikes, Paul Davis is here to help. From fire and water damage to mold removal, we provide fast and reliable restoration services. Paul Davis, restoring your peace of mind. Need tickets? TicketSmarter makes it easy to find and buy tickets for concert, sports, and more. Visit TicketSmarter.com today and get the best seats in the house. Frustrated with your business's sluggish tech? Advanced Computer Technologies is here to help. From IT solutions to cybersecurity, we've got you covered. Call us today and keep your business tech on track towards the future.
Back inside the Danbury Ice Arena, this game has been flipped on its head. The Hattricks scoreless through the first 40 minutes, ignited by their captain, short-handed 17 seconds in to the period. Gemzatov and Vasiliev following it up with 2 goals, 19 seconds apart from each other. And a 3-0 lead, a short-handed goal, a power play goal, and an even strength goal. Ruiz, Gemzatov, and Vasiliev in that order. 17 seconds, 5:27, and 5:46.
In the third period, Gemzatov has 11th on the power play. From Pamelaine and
Hattricks were not pleased with their opening 2 periods. Defensively, they were all right. McCullum bailed them out a couple of times, but offensively, they had nothing going against Makar Sokolov and the HC Venom, who have been susceptible to giving up goals this year. Sokolov hadn't played since November, and the Hattricks finally beating him. Ruiz is down behind the net, has no stick, runs into Pickford behind the cage. And LaBelle carries it out of the zone, a delayed penalty. Anderson shoving Pickford in the Venom zone. Are they gonna go? You're watching it live. They grab each other. I believe now they have blown the whistle. You've got Ratcliffe and Gesso going at it and shoving each other. Gesso with a one-hand swipe at Ratcliffe. And let's see. Anderson and Pickford are in the penalty box. Now, the initial penalty was going to be on Pickford.
They're just flashing back to that 3rd goal for the Hattricks. We got to recognize number 10, Alexander Vassiliev. That might have been the single greatest goal I've ever seen in this building. Well done, Alex. Great job.
Waiting on the calls. It was Danbury's short-handed unit of Harwell and Ruiz, which got them right back in this game. The Hattricks with the 2nd most short-handed goals, just behind Binghamton, now with 7 coming earlier on in this period, just 17 seconds in. Ruiz, his 3rd short-handed goal. He and Chase Harwell are tied for the team lead. Then it was a power play goal from Alexander Gamzatov, who had a power play goal yesterday, which was the game winner. His 11th goal of the season, and his 3rd power play goal of the year. And then Vassiliev with one of the nicest goals of the year, through the legs, crash the net, and flip it inside the left post for a 3-2 Hattricks lead. Now Ruiz was hauled down behind the play. That was the first penalty. They get Anderson and Pickford for roughing. And then I believe the penalty is on Pickford for high sticking. So Danbury to the power play. One-timer, Ratcliffe is engulfed by Sokolov. And no crumbs. So here are the way the penalties turned out. It was roughing on Corey Anderson of the Hattricks, and then a double minor for high sticking Austin Pickford. So 2 minutes of power play time for Danbury with a brand new 3-2 lead.
Danbury Hattricks penalty to number 27, Corey Anderson. He receives
LaBelle, the lead for Robinson. He'll collect off the boards. Dish Vassiliev shoots. Oh, Sokolov barely got a piece. Might have hit off the post. Robinson for Vassiliev in front, off a skate. Ratcliffe far side. There's no Ruiz on this power play. LaBelle shoots, skitters wide. Robinson right point. Creeps down the wall, crisscrosses LaBelle. His shot, high riser, and corralled by Sokolov with 1:07 on the power play. Fresh 5 for the Hattricks. Gamzatov, Frolov, and Van Durken. Woolley and Pamelayan. And you can't say enough about those 3 Russians. 2 rookies, 1 second year. Gamzatov picked up in a trade with Watertown earlier this year. Van Durken and Frolov joining the professional landscape. And they have teamed up as a lethal trio. Sokolov not quite ready in the net. Now he squares up. And the puck drop with 1:06 on the power play. Frolov out of the scrum. Gives a head nod to Van Durken. Frolov shoots, blocked, follow-up wide. Pinching is Woolley. Van Durken takes the puck. Frolov walks the line. Slides it for Pamelayan. In the right corner. Center point, Woolley. Gives off Van Durken. Rester, blocker saves Sokolov. Gamzatov comes away with it. Back for Van Durken. Straight away, Woolley. Slapper saves Sokolov. He didn't know where it went. It's on the stick of Van Durken, far side boards. 25 on the power play. Woolley drags. Back for Van Durken. Return, Woolley. One-timer blocked. He's got it back. Woolley. Pass down low, Frolov. Van Durken slapper. Saved by Sokolov with the glove. And he pounces on top of it. "12 seconds left on the Pickford high stick. It spits free for the Hattricks off the draw. Final second to the power play. Robinson in the slot. Slipped off of his stick. Gesso through center ice. Pestered by Robinson, lost the puck. At center, Bedoyan twirls out of trouble. Back for Zajac. And then Craig gets the red line, tosses it in. And they say he did not reach the center ice line. So an icing on the Venom. The Hattricks power play is over. They lead it 3-2. Ruiz, Gamzatov, and Vasiliev in the first 6 minutes of this period, all beating Sokolov to give the Rabbits their first advantage of the game. Fired up the near side boards. Ryerson into the far corner. Vasiliev tapping it for Harwell. He'll pound it in. Sokolov out of the goal. Rims it near side. Ryerson lofts it through center, looking for Gesso. Popoff took it away. And Harwell with space up the far side boards. He'll fling it for Ratcliffe at center. He'll send it in as we approach the midway point, third period. Ratcliffe for Woolley. Back down low. Woolley's got it. Backhander kick save. Sokolov. At the right point, Popov decides to go to LaBelle. Out at neutral ice. Right back into the Venom zone. Free puck. Steal. Woolley for Ratcliffe through his legs. And Popov at the end of his shift was beat to the puck. Here's a Rester ramped off the stick of LaBelle. And it rims all the way around. Right up the gut. Here comes Jackson, he scores! Right down Main Street, a wrister from Brett Jackson, and the Venom have tied it. His first goal of the year in his fourth game with the Venom. 3-3. A snapper under the blocker of McCullum. And the Venom's 40th shot makes it 3-3. So 4 combined goals here in the third. 3 unanswered from the Hattricks, and then the Venom respond to even the score. The midway media timeout. Ruiz, Gemzatov, and Vasiliev made it 3-2. Jackson has tied it back up. Stay with us on the Hattricks Digital Network.
Craving that perfect thin crust pizza? Head to Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Enjoy delicious, crispy edge bar style pizza and have some fun in our arcade while you're here. Great food and entertainment for the whole family, only at Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Looking for your next ride? Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson has you covered. With a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus unbeatable deals, Orchard CDJR is your one-stop shop for all things automotive. Visit Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson today, where great cars meet great service. Diversified Printing Solutions in Danbury is the Hattricks official printing partner. You want it printed? Call Tina and let them get it inked up for you. DPS Printing Solutions. They can do it all. Locally owned, printed on paper from Connecticut trees. Upgrade your home with Buzz 8 Appliance, offering the latest in appliances with expert service and unbeatable prices. Visit us today or shop online. Buzz 8 Appliance, your local home solution.
Doug Latuca back with you inside the Danbury Ice Arena. 9:27 to go, third period. 3-3 the score. 4 goals here in the final frame of regulation. A night removed from a 6-5 final. Hattricks coming away with 3 points. Here's Belov dancing through, couldn't get the shot off. His centering pass off the back of the net. Hattricks trailed this game 2-0 heading into this period. Scored 3 consecutive goals to take the lead, but the Venom with the response to tie it. Belov rips it off the glove of McCullum, and he'll leave it for Pamelayan. 45-42, the shots in favor of the Hattricks. Failed clear. Zaitchek, far side, just so in front, a swing and a miss from Stewart. A point blast is into the midsection of McCullum. We've got Frolov and Stewart in the blue paint. Frolov's helmet comes off. No fights quite yet. One official has gone to the ice, trying to grab Stewart.
Fans, let's hear it. Make some noise.
They got to place the net back on the pegs. Looks like they'll send both Frolov and Stewart for coincidental roughing penalties. Net back on. McCullum slides his mask back on top of his face, and it's 4-on-4 hockey. Hattricks have Harwell, Robinson, Gonzalez, and Yao. The Venom with Zaitchek, Pozar, Gesso, and I believe that is Bedoyan at the far point. Zaitchek and Gesso conversing before the face-off. The referee is still over at the scorer's area. Still awaiting the puck drop. Last night was fun with the 11 combined goals. This one has picked up in intensity here in the third. Hattricks did not have the answer to Sokolov until this period. But the Venom Give them credit. And responded well. It's 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 40 seconds. It's Stewart and Frolov both in the box for roughing. Lots of ice to work with for both of these teams. Bedoyan on left wing, sprints, stops, starts, left point. Bedoyan walks the line, fires across, off the boards. Gonzalez touches forward, and the Hattricks get changes. Harwell and Gonzalez off, Ruiz and LaBelle on. Now the other two get changes. So it's Ruiz, Ratcliffe, LaBelle, and Popov. Gesso into the zone. Ruiz throwing his body weight around. Right point, wrister save, and McCullum bumped as he glided outside the blue paint. Gesso got a shoulder on him. And a whistle with 42 seconds on the 4-on-4. Face off to the left of the Hattricks starting netminder.
And we appreciate the enthusiasm. However, flash photography is not allowed in the Danbury Ice Arena. Once again, please no flash photography. Thank you.
Ruiz and Belov for the draw. Belov steals it from Popov, then takes a shoulder, spins off the check. Belov shoots wide. Rims around near side. Belov shielding, dropping for Pickford. Low left Sewardson, centers off a skate. It's pounded down low, and LaBelle leads Ratcliffe right down the middle. Over center, out there with Ruiz. Left the puck behind. Ratcliffe will cycle back Pamelayan at neutral ice. Final 10 seconds of the 4-on-4. Then Frolov and Stewart are released. Pamelayan pushing Sewardson off of him. Still holding the puck. Now zipping through center. 5-on-5 hockey. His shot fluttered on, and Sokolov gets the blocker. Gamzatov down low. Low to high. Bedard, wrist shot. Sokolov got the waffle on it and pops it out of play. The Russians joined by Pamelayan and Bedard. Zaitchik and Van Durken square up. Venom win the draw. And they've got the exit. Gesso got around Frolov, who took Gamzatov out, both back to their skates. Gamzatov ramps it out to center. Van Durken off to the races. Could not get there before Stevenson. But Bedard backtracks in his zone. Robinson looking for an outlet. Fires right through center, off the stick of Frolov, and then Pamelayan kisses it off the glass down the ice. Stevenson. Venom are out of the zone. Leas, who scored back of the second period, giving it back for Dustin Gesso, who seems to be out there almost every other shift, and icing on the Venom. Face-off comes all the way back in their zone. Shots are 46-44 Danbury. And a 3-3 game. It was 2-0 Venom entering the third. Ruiz got it going. 17 seconds in, shorthanded, then Gamzatov on the power play at 5:27. Vasiliev 19 seconds later for the 3-2 lead. But the Venom responding on the Brett Jackson goal. Under 5 minutes in regulation. Hattricks trying to shake an 0 for 8 when trailing into the third period this season. Robinson up ahead for Vasiliev. Yao crashing, drop. Robinson, fan on the shot. He's got the puck back. Robinson, high slot. Far side, Yao. Back for Robinson. He shoots. It's deflected wide. Robinson pounces on it. Down low, Vasiliev springs off of his skate. He's there. Vasiliev darting middle. Lost the puck. Yao dives and prevents the rush. It's Jackson, the goal scorer, flipping in. Gonzalez chops it for Yao, who has ice in front of him. The lead for Ratcliffe. Left wing. Ratcliffe taking it wide. Centers. No one home. Chevers the other way. Stomping in on the right wing. Wrists it in. Pop-off. Finds LaBelle. Ratcliffe for Woolley. Trying to dance through Craig, and he hauled him down, and that's a penalty. So they get Woolley for a penalty late here in the third. And a huge opportunity for the Venom on the power play when we come back right here on the Hattricks Digital Network.
Craving breakfast all day? Come to IHOP for pancakes, omelets, and more any time of the day. Visit your local IHOP today because breakfast is always a good idea. Kick back and relax with a cold beer from Housatonic River Brewing. Craft brews made locally with love. Visit our tap room today. Housatonic River Brewing, where great beer meets great company. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Ready for your dream getaway? Let Dream Vacations plan the perfect trip for you. From cruises to tropical resorts, we make travel easy. Call today and start packing for your dream vacation. Start your morning right with Grounds Donut House. Delicious donuts, fresh coffee, and local charm. Visit us today for a sweet start to your day. Grounds Donut House, where every bite is a delight. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need quality dental care? Aspen Dental makes it easy to get the smile you deserve. Affordable, reliable, and convenient. Call now to schedule your appointment at Aspen Dental, where we bring smiles to life.
Nail-biting time for the Hattricks. 3:40 to go, third period. 3-3 game, and the Venom to the power play. They have a goal on the man advantage. Came back in the second period. Jonas Lias at 19:07. Woolley high sticking at 16:20. Sets up the second-ranked power play in the league with a chance to retake the lead. They led it 2-0 entering this period. But it was a Johnny Ruiz shorthanded goal 17 seconds in to the frame that gave the Hattricks some life and started a 3-goal stretch in the first 6 minutes of the period. Lias, wrister, pad save McCullum. LaBelle tipping it to himself. Lias steals away. Sewardson at the blue line, touches for Pozar. Creeps up the wall, down low, centering past Stewart, picked off. At the line, Gesso touches for Pozar, out of his reach. LaBelle up the boards and down. Ruiz goes to the bench for a change. .105 on the power play. Rimmed around. Harwell applying the pressure. Puck squirts free. Sewardson shoots. Mask save from McCullum as he shakes his head. We play on. Gesso, right point. Surveys. Creeps. Shoots. Blocked. There goes Vasiliev shorthanded. 3-on-2. Harwell, left wing. Harwell shoots. Save. The net comes crashing off as Yao was tangled up with a Venom player. And the whistle to reset things. We've said it, The Hattricks are second in the league in shorthanded goals with 7. They've got one tonight, and we're looking for another one there. 35 seconds on the power play with Woolley in the box. Ruiz for the draw, Ratcliffe right behind him. Venom win it. Bedoyan. Harassed by Ruiz. He blows a tire, but Ponovanov darts up the left wing. His dump in blocked the line. Ratcliffe the lead for Ruiz. Glove down by Bedoyan. Chevers gains the line successfully. Gesso with 10 seconds of the power play. Bedoyan for Gesso, one-timer wide. McCullum might have got a piece. There go the Hattricks. Power play is over. Ratcliffe, right wing, looking, centers. Woolley had the stick knocked out. Ratcliffe to the back for LaBelle, swing and a miss, bouncing puck. Chevers comes away with it with 1:30 to go in the third. Chevers wristing it wide, springs off the end boards. Touched along for Robinson. Gets out of trouble. LaBelle into the zone, bouncing puck. Woolley has it. Woolley centers. LaBelle touching it towards the goal. It's blocked. There's a Venom player ahead of the pack. It's Hanlon. A shot deflected wide. Belov behind the goal with 1 minute on the clock. Kamalayan for Woolley, left wing. Rainbows it through center, bouncing right into Harwell. Harwell spins in front, looking for Robinson. He's just off the target. Sokolov did steer it away. Venom pounded back into the hat-trick zone. Kamalayan. Long stretch pass for Harwell, out of his reach, a race, and Pickford beats Vasiliev to the hashes, and an icing on Danbury. 3-3 the score, 33.6 in regulation, 48-47 the shots in favor of the Hattricks. They've scored 3 of the 4 goals here in the period, tied the game, took the lead, and then gave it back. They will redrop. Jackson and Vasiliev, fresh off the Hattricks icing. It's played towards the front of the goal. Gesso, shot blocked. The rebound save, and a kick save by McCullum. Where's the puck? It's underneath them. The whistle blows. For a second, McCullum had looked behind him as Jackson and Stewart were prying for it along the left post. And McCullum shuts the door. Back-to-back barn burners between these two teams. Hattricks hit the road for 2 against the Bobcats next weekend, and then hosts the Rockers for 2 the following weekend. Trying to win back-to-back games for just the second time this season. The Hattricks came into the night just 3 points behind Watertown for second place in the division. Off the draw, Chevers shovels on goal. Left pad saved by McCullum. Final 15 seconds of the period. Van Durkin twirling at center. Puck's worked free. Pickford for Chevers. 6 seconds. Wrister snagged and covered by MC. This is the 5th meeting between the two teams. They have yet to go past regulation. Hattricks have won 3 of the first 4. The Venom will keep Sokolov in the net with under 5 seconds to go. Tie up off the draw. Left point, Pickford. Slap shot blocked by Gonzalez, and that's it for regulation. Kicked out the left skate and prevented the puck from going in on goal. 60 minutes, not enough. 3-3, Hattricks and Venom to finish off the weekend. The Hattricks have struggled past regulation. They are 1-5 when a game has gone more than 60 minutes. They're 0-3 in overtime, and they're 1-2 in a shootout. And how about this? The Hattricks have lost 5 straight games when they have gone past regulation. So it'll be 3-on-3 overtime. Shots ended 50-48 in favor of the visiting Venom. Six goals total in this game. Nothing in the first, despite 36 shots combined. Stewart struck first from Craig and Jackson at 4:03 of the second period. And then late in the second, it was Jonas Lias from Dustin Gesso and Stewart at 19:07. That made it 2-0. That's how the Hattricks entered the third period. But then a short-handed goal from Ruiz 17 seconds in on a beautiful feed from Harwell right in front. Made it 2-1, and then the Hattricks went on a run of 3 straight. Gamzatov from Pamelayan and Woolley on the power play at 5:27. And then 19 seconds after that, you had Vasiliev with one of the prettier goals of the year from Robinson and Harwell at 5:46. But Brett Jackson on a breakaway tied the game up at 3 goals apiece. I want to correct myself on a stat just mentioned. The Hattricks are, in fact, 1-5 in overtimes. They've lost their last 2 shootouts and their last 3 overtimes. Puck is down in overtime. And the Hattricks starting with Ruiz, Harwell, and LaBelle. Harwell on right wing. Turned back. Zaitchik. Blind pass. Harwell leading LaBelle. Walks in, play offside. They call Ruiz a step ahead of the play. Face-off comes back outside the zone. Now it's Vasiliev, Ratcliffe, and Pamelayan for the Hattricks. The Venom have Gesso with Ponovanov and Zaitchik. Pamelayan assisted on a goal earlier in this game. It was the equalizer at 2. His point shot tipped in by Gamzatov. Rolling puck. ZP settles. He'll dangle in, and his pass escapes the zone. So Vasiliev turns back in Danbury territory. A minute gone by in the 3-on-3 overtime. No entry for the Hattricks. McCullum has made 47 saves on 50 shots. Sokolov in his Venom debut, 45 for 48. Van Durken in stride on the right wing. Van Durken to the net, waiting, shoots, missed it. Had the top of the net open, and he wristed it wide. A turnover. Gesso up the right side, shoots, saved by McCullum. And he holds on to the rebound in front. Van Durken nearly ended it. And then Gesso, the last guy that the Hattricks want to see with the puck, putting one on McCullum. And he keeps it out. Ruiz, Harwell, and Yao for the Hattricks. Jackson, Craig, And Gesso for the Venom. Yao. Harassed by Jackson from behind. Forced to reverse course. And then right into the O-zone. Yao lost the handle. Ruiz there to skate it away. The captain up the left side. Toe drag taken away. There's Gesso. Cuts middle. Dances around Harwell and takes it out to center with under 3 minutes remaining in the overtime. Gesso with a head fake. He's been out there the whole overtime. Jackson tied the game midway through the third, and that's where we stand. Gesso wandering in his own zone. Venom cycling. Final 2 minutes of the extra period. Angled off the boards. Craig picked it up. And then LaBelle took it away. So now the Hattricks possess. That crucial in a 3-on-3 overtime. Lots of space out there. Woolley jugs the legs, left wing. Crisscrosses. Woolley shoots, blocked. Springs off the end boards. Robinson touches for Woolley. Centers. Pamelayan drags. Had his pocket picked. Venom the other way. Here comes Jackson. Giving off for Sewardson to the middle. Robinson took it away. They battle for it far side boards. And it's whacked out to center for Bedoyan. Vasiliev replacing Woolley. Bedoyan right in. Met by Pamelayan. At the left point, Belov walks the wall. Belov around the net, looking for a lane. Pressed down by Pamelayan. Under a minute in the overtime. Belov wraparound, goes wide. Vasiliev. Left side, Vasiliev has scored tonight. 3 goals this weekend. Vasiliev around the goal. Has the streaking Yao. Picks it up. Fan on the shot. Here's a breakaway in overtime. Sewardson to the goal. Stopped by McCullum. Back for Sewardson in the slot. Gives off Bedoyan. Couldn't get the shot off. Vasiliev blocked it. 15 to go in the overtime. Bedoyan for Sewardson. Out in front, Yao without a stick, and he blocked the shot. Made a mistake, gave it away, then recovered, and had a huge block to finish off the overtime. Wow.
Fans, this game will be decided by a shootout.
So Danbury will play in its 4th shootout of the season. They are 1-2. They won their first shootout 4-3 against Binghamton in early November, but they've dropped back-to-back shootouts, both coming in December. On the 6th in Motor City, 6-5, and then in Watertown on the 21st, 4-3. Hattricks have won 3 of the first 4 against the Venom, all in regulation. Danbury trying to sweep the weekend for just the 2nd time this season. They got off on the right foot last night with a Friday night home win. First time that they've had back-to-back Friday night home wins this season. 9-6 over Watertown last week, 6-5, topping the Venom yesterday. Danbury also trying to erase an ugly 0-8 record when trailing entering the third period. They took a 3-2 lead, 5:45 into the third period with 3 straight goals, Ruiz, Gamzatov, and Vasiliev. But Jackson with the equalizer about midway through the period. 3-3. McCullum mans the net for the Hattricks. Sokolov for the Venom. Danbury hoping to secure the extra point. Either way, they will not be able to reach Watertown tonight as they enter 3 points behind the Wolves for second place in the division. The first shooter for the Venom, it's Brett Jackson. In on McCullum. Jackson shoots it wide. McCullum got a piece with the blocker. It was Jackson who tied the game in the third. Now it is Connor Woolley's turn.
Now shooting for Danbury, number 12, Connor Woolley.
Woolley, this season, 1 for 4 in shootouts. He scored against Motor City on the 7th. He won a shootout for the Hattricks last year against the Black Bears. Woolley in the bottom of the first to give the Hattricks the lead. Takes it wide right, cuts middle, Woolley to the forehand, he scored! Sokolov swatted it with his stick, it popped in the air and over the line. Not even sure Woolley got a shot off on that. But Sokolov wiping at it, and it went in. Hattricks lead at 1-0. Jesso's had an impressive weekend. Hat-trick last night. He has a goal tonight. Start of the second round. Jesso on McCullum, stopped by MC. And now Jesso and MC face to face for a moment. Jesso better watch himself. He's already on league probation. And MC pumping up the crowd. Jesso's so talented, and he just can't get out of his own way. And now Anderson barking at Jesso on the bench. MJ Markle, the Venom head coach, trying to settle things down. He's got Jesso grabbed by the back of his jersey. So the game on Gleb Van Durken's stick. It is his first attempt of the year. Van Durken to sweep the weekend for the Hattricks. With speed, backhander stopped by Sokolov. So it comes down to McCullum. He's denied Jackson and Jesso. Can he make it 3 for 3? Coming into the night, he was 10 for 11 in the shootout. Here is Dennis Zaitchek to keep it alive. Has speed, backhander, score. And we play on. The shootout tied at 1. Bottom of the third. And now it's Harwell's turn to send everyone home happy. Harwell, second shootout shot of the year, he scores! Chase Harwell, the shootout winner! Danbury 4, Venom 3. Danbury wins back-to-back games. They sweep the Venom here in Danbury. They improve to 4-1 over the Venom. Here is the winner one more time. Woolley started it earlier in the shootout. Harwell with the snapper over the glove of Sokolov. And it's a 4-3 Hattricks win. They get the job done. They take 5 of a possible 6 points from the Venom. And now the Litchfield Distillery victory barrel. Who will get it? And it belongs to Chase Harwell, the winner in the shootout. And a successful weekend sweep for the Hattricks. MC, terrific. 49 saves on 52 shots. He stopped 2 of 3 in the shootout. He has given up just 2 goals on 14 shootout attempts this season. And the Hattricks circling the ice, celebrating with the fans. I'm sure it feels good to win games. And the Hattricks
And stick around with the 3 stars of the game.
come away with a third period comeback for the first time this season. They were 0-8 when trailing into the third, and they've got their first win when that is the case. Nearly time for the 3 stars.
And now, the 3 stars of tonight's game.
Andreas Klaumo with the 3 stars of the game.
Tonight's 3rd star from HC Venom, number 18, Brett Jackson, with 1 goal and 1 assist.
Brett Jackson, a goal and an assist, the 3rd star from the Venom.
Tonight's 2nd star from the Hattricks, number 10, Alexander Vasiliev.
Alexander Vasiliev with an absolute beauty in the 3rd period, gave the Hattricks a 3-2 lead. He was all over the ice. That line, Harwell, Robinson, and Vasiliev, has been going to work. Put together this weekend and paying dividends.
From the Hattricks,
First star of the night.
with 2 assists and the shootout winner, number 15.
It is Chase Harwell, the shootout winner, and 2 assists. Chase Harwell. Harwell salutes the fans. We had winners all night. The Generali's getting it done with the Chuck-a-Puck. Harwell, the shootout winner. And the Hattricks sweep the weekend. 6-5 in regulation on Friday and 4-3 here tonight in a shootout against the HC Venom. No goals scored in the first, 36 shots. McCullum and Sokolov impressive. Then in the second, it was all Venom. They scored 2 goals, Stewart and Leas at 4:03 and 19:07 respectively. The Leas goal on the power play made it 2-0 Venom, but the Hattricks stormed out of the locker room. Ruiz shorthanded from Harwell 17 seconds in, then Gamzatov and Vasiliev, 2 goals, 19 seconds apart, 5:27 and 5:46 to take Danbury's first lead of the game. And then it was the response from Brett Jackson, who tied the game up at 3. No goals in the overtime. Woolley and Harwell scoring in the shootout. Harwell winning it, and Danbury gets the extra point. Now improving to 11 wins, 2 coming past regulation. 8 and 5, 33 points. just behind Watertown. In the Empire Division. I apologize, the Hattricks have 34 points. Now they have 36, which is just one behind the Watertown Wolves. So a successful weekend for Danbury. They get 5 of a possible 6 points. And they go on the road to play the Blue Ridge Bobcats. 2 games, Friday and Saturday. We will have both of the calls for you right here on the Hattricks Digital Network. That just about does it for us here inside the Danbury Ice Arena. A couple of special thank yous to hand out. Andreas Klauba, the public address announcer, always done a great job. Jordan Simmons on music, doing a bunch of different things inside the box. We've got Calvin Savoya directing all the traffic up here in the booth with our camera operators, Leo Vieira, Aiden Rusiecki, and Jacob Encarnacion. They always do a terrific job getting you the shots of the action. And then behind the scenes, a couple of our media interns, Lexi Berkey and Wyatt Kopelman, helping us out on the social media side and with some interviews. I'm Doug Latuca, saying have a great rest of your night, Hattricks fans. We will talk again Friday in Virginia when the Hattricks open up a 2-game series with the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Danbury wins it 4-3 over the Venom. They sweep the weekend and take 5 of a possible 6 points from their division rivals. Have a great night, everyone. Hattricks win it 4-3.